So now what I need to do is I need to locate the threads that are on the top. So just for the purposes of the video, I did mine in a dark color so you could see it. And I'm going to take hold of one of those single threads, and I'm going to wrap that single thread just around my fingers. And then I'm going to hold the thread, but I'm going to slightly tug on the fabric. So I'm going to be pulling the fabric along the thread, gathering it up. And I'm just going to try to work my way around to the other notch. So I've got a notch right here by where I started, and I've got another one directly across. Okay, so I'm going to work halfway around to that other notch in this direction. Just gathering that fabric up, shifting it over. What I'm not doing is I'm not really pulling on the thread. If I just pulled on the thread, I would snap it. I would pop the thread and break it. So what I'm instead doing is I'm holding the thread and I'm moving the fabric along. That's what you really need to focus on doing. So I've gotten a fourth of a way around. So right now what I might do is just kind of back up over here a little bit and move that fabric along the threads till I get to the other triangle. This could take a while. You want to take your time. Be careful that you don't pull too hard, because you're not trying to force it. If it feels like it's not wanting to slide along there, you may have done something wrong. Maybe you didn't move your tension, or maybe you forgot to increase your stitch length or something like that. So it's starting to take shape here. I'm just going to keep gathering it along around. Okay. Alright, just one more little pull there. Okay, so now I've gotten my gathering all the way around to the position that was directly across from where I started. So that means I'm halfway done. So I'm going to lay it down so you can see what it looks like there. I've gathered from notch to notch, and I'm only halfway done. So I've done that side, and notice it's not too tight. I'm not trying to close it all up. It's not like a cinch bag or anything. I'm just trying to gather it up slightly. And then now I'm going to go back to the other side, and I'll do the same exact thing, but now this time I'm going to be going in the other direction. Okay. So again, we're holding the thread, and I'm moving the fabric. I'm not pulling the thread. Now, if you have a really, really super thick fabric, we may need to work with it. We may need to do a second gathering line. So you would do a second stitch that's parallel to your first one, maybe at 5/8. So you do one at 3/8, one at 5/8, and they run parallel, and you use those two stitches together to help you gather it up. Mine's a pretty lightweight fabric, even for this upholstery fabric that we're using. It's still pretty lightweight in comparison to some of them, so I'm having no trouble. But if you do have trouble, then you'll want to come talk to me and see if that might need to be an option for you. Alright, so we get it to look something like that. Okay, oops. There you go. It's going to look something like that when you're all finished. And then the next step will be to pin it in place.